Hey, it's Darren from innovationtraining.org. Time for another AI demo. People have been talking about AI agents. They're kind of doing work almost on their own, on your behalf for a purpose you have. I just returned from a great conference, CultureCon, the EdGov Summit. So let's take on a challenge and just do a live demo, see how it goes. So the feature I want to show you is deep research, right? So I'm going to click on that. So that's what you want, is deep research on ChatGPT. So it can give you a detailed report, right? So this is maybe a way to see how an AI agent could do this. In the past, you might do this. You might go to all these different websites, read these different journal articles, create a report. Let's see if an AI agent, if ChatGPT can help me do this, right? So I'm going to say, please, I always say please, create a report about best practices for fostering culture change in organizations. I want to learn how to lead culture change and help others do so. Please find peer-reviewed journal articles in addition to articles with great practical tips. We'll say that. That's enough for me. I'm going to hit the enter button. Let's see what happens. It might ask me for more info. That's what I like. It's almost like you're meeting with somebody and they're sharing some questions they have. So, okay, what kind of an organization? I'll say let's go corporate. I don't even need to spell it out, right? It knows, right? Are you looking for insights focused on a particular industry or sector? And I'll say it's just general. My clients are all kinds of different industries, almost every industry, education, government, nonprofit, corporate, you name it, but we'll focus on corporate here. Is there a specific type of culture change? Ooh, okay, interesting. So I'll say more about a culture of innovation, and I'll say innovation, collaboration, and adaptability. This is what I'm hearing from people, right? That's the kind of culture they want to have, what they're hiring me to help with the big event for, to work on that. Do you want the report to include implementation frameworks, or why not? Sure, let's go for it. Enough, right? We're not spending too much time, right? We're only taking about a minute so far. So now it's going to go to work. So this is what I like about deep research, is you see something's happening here. Starting research. Okay. Something's happening. It's working. It's going to work. Maybe on my behalf. I would do stuff like this all the time. When I was back in grad school, you'd have to do a literature review. You'd have a topic for a paper. You'd have to go and read all these journal articles, research this stuff online, and then write this report or this paper about it. So that's something that you would do quite a bit. And now we have an AI agent that's helping me with that thing that I used to have to do that I wasn't really maybe that great at doing, right? This is going to be better than me, I think. So, but we'll see, right? So what I'll do is I'll let it do a little research here, and I'll pause. All right, I just paused for about 10 seconds, and what I like now is we see it's organizing my research. It's doing that. It's looking for sources. You see on the side, it tells me what it's doing, how it's going about doing that, right? It's saying, I'm thinking through frameworks by Edgar Schein, Kotter. I love John Kotter. I've even got the Kotter book right here, Leading Change. Wow. In others, okay, I'm learning about some other sources too. So you can see it's developing, it's thinking, it's searching, it's telling you what it's doing. It's searching online for corporate culture, change, and innovation. It's thinking. So this is what I really like. This is what differentiates kind of the way you might have been using ChatGPT in the past, where you type something up and then you get something. Here you're seeing a process unfold. You're seeing now it's pulling together resources, right? And it's got one source already. You see how it's going about this. And it's naming it, best practices for leading culture change in corporate organizations, okay? It's doing it. You can see what it's doing. Now it's reading. I love seeing that at the bottom. It was thinking, it was searching, it was reading, right? You see the sources. It's pulling together resources. So this is what I really like, and helps me kind of understand this concept of, we'll say, an AI agent. Oh, it's reading the Sloan review, MIT.edu, and it's linking the source too, right? So it's finding some good sources, right? That's what I want. And it's doing it, and you're seeing what it's doing and how it's doing it, so you can see and learn. So for me, this is really important. I love Kotter's 8-step change model. I've got it right here. I'm working on it right now. So this is what's exciting to me when I'm seeing that it's doing kind of what I would do, and getting into good sources too, ScienceDirect.com. All right. And it's seeing that, okay, I've got a paywall or a login requirement here for this. So it's dealing with issues as it's going, right? So it's almost like you have a person who you're having take on this challenge of creating this report. And they're letting you know what issues they're having as they're going about it. They're letting you know what they're finding, the great sources, and showing you the process. But it's happening so quickly, right? This might take me a long time, weeks, to do all of this and to build this report, which would be the hardest part, a well-written report. But it's doing it right now. So I'm going to pause this, and we'll see what it comes up with. Okay, we're back. It took 12 minutes. This was a 12-minute long project. You see that right here. Research completed in 12 minutes. 25 sources it used. And I can see what it did, right? I can just go all the way back here and see what it's working on, what it's thinking through. I'm figuring out how to foster innovation by combining fun and hard work. I searched for Microsoft Culture Transformation case study. I did this. I read this site, an article. I did this, right? Oh, I'm mapping out potential case studies like, Adobe Kickbox. That's a really good one, actually. So it shows you what it's doing. That's what I really like. And now here is the report, right? Fostering a culture of innovation, collaboration, and adaptability in organizations. And as you can see, it's writing. You gotta have the Peter Drucker quote in there, right? Culture eats strategy for breakfast. Gotta always have that in there if you're talking about culture. And then you're just seeing all kinds of citations, right, and links to that source. So that's different than maybe how you've used ChatGPT in the past, where it isn't citing, right? It isn't linking, so you can go into it. Framework. So I've heard, the unfreeze, change, refreeze model. My favorite, the Kotter's 8-step change process that I like to teach and guide people through. Competing values, right? It's really summing up a lot of the main frameworks. So I'm just seeing this for the first time as well. Showing me the characteristics of this kind of culture. Bias to action, that's what I love, right? Just whipping up this video, that's what I did, right? I have an idea, let's screen share, record, and then build the courage to share it, with my audience. So there we go, look at this. Just a very impressive report in a matter of minutes, and a big one too, right? This is pretty big. Hey, maybe this is valuable if you're like me, where you're working on helping organizations kind of with culture change. This might help. Growth mindset, got to have that in there too, right? So I'm seeing a lot of my stuff in here, which is something that I really liked. That helps me to see just from a quick 10,000 foot view that I think it's doing a pretty good job. And there you go. Concluding it all. Leverage the good in the old culture. Okay, that's an interesting concept, right? So it's got some good tips here. Oh, and then look at this, the references, right? That big reference section. You can see what it was doing in the sources. So very impressive, what this AI agent, I guess, kind of experience is like, where you see it doing its work. So I'm just clicking around, seeing what it is. Okay, it looks like, here's where I might see the sources. So there's all of the citations and the link, so I can dive deeper. And I like this too, the icons. Lots of HBR in there. There we go. So I hope this was informative for you. Maybe you try this as well. Just go to ChatGPT. I'm using the 4.0 model. And you hit the deep research button, and this is what this does for you. All right, so this has been Darren from innovationtraining.org.